1, 2, 3, and go. I guess it went automatically. Okay, at this time, we're going to have a presentation by Dr. J.R. Hill. Thank you. Please come.
Gracias. Buenas tardes, damas y caballeros. Bienvenido. Today, I will be sharing with you the history of Mexican currency, exploring how it has evolved over the centuries and the significant events that have shaped it from the pre-colonial period to modern-day peso. We'll take a deep dive into the factors that have influenced Mexico's monetary system. How do I change the slides?
Oh.
I'm sorry, just hit enter?
No,
Oh,
we're here because
sorry.
There.
Okay.
You're gonna go next and next because that way we make sure it's recording on the screen.
Okay. You don't want to do the slideshows?
No, because last time it didn't record.
Didn't record. Okay. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. So to understand the evolution of Mexican currency, we first need to look at its economic history. Currency plays a central role in any nation's economy and identity. And for Mexico, its development has been shaped by key historical events, including colonization, independence, and significant reforms. As we explore this history, we'll see how each of these periods has left an indelible mark on the country's monetary system. And of course, we have a map there of Mexico for you. Great, so I just scroll down to the next one.
Yes. Or you can just click on the next one.
Click on it, just click on it. Okay, okay.
Yes.
Yeah, there we go. Okay.
Make it easy. Is it?
No, that's not the computer.
Oh,
It's this one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
And we're not making a big screen because otherwise it doesn't record. It's
Yeah.
recording.
oh, okay,
Yep.
okay.
Thank you, though. Thank you for helping. So let's start with the pre-colonial and colonial periods. Before the arrival of Spanish, indigenous groups like the Aztecs and Mayans used trade goods as currency. Items such as coca beans, shells, and precious metals like gold were used in exchange, according to Knight 2002. However, the arrival of the Spanish in the 16th century brought significant change. The Spanish introduced European-style coinage, including the famous pieces of 8, which became widely used across Mexico and other Spanish colonies, according to Dreyer 2007. During this period, rough silver coins called cobs were minted in Mexico, becoming a defining symbol of colonial currency. Okay. After Mexico gained independence from Spain in 1821, the country was thrust into a period of political instability. This instability led to multiple attempts at establishing a stable national currency. In 1821, the Mexican peso was introduced, and the first coins. Oh, I forgot. Never mind. I forgot. I brought some coins and I left them in my office. I'm sorry. Was introduced. The first coins and banknotes were issued by the newly independent government, according to Chavez 2003. However, economic challenges persisted, and the Mexican peso, while based on the Spanish dollar, struggled to gain full stability. During this time, the country began to experiment with different forms of currency, including coins of varying denominations and values. Moving into the late 19th century, Mexico, like many other countries, adopted a silver standard, with silver-based coins becoming central to the economy. The Mexican silver peso became one of the most widely traded and recognized currencies in international commerce, according to Barkin and Rivera 2003. Silver mining was one of the major economic drivers of Mexico, and it helped bolster the peso's position as a global currency. While paper money was introduced in the 1860s, it lacked stability and was eventually overshadowed by silver coins. This era also marked Mexico's participation in the global economy, with its silver peso being essential for trade. Mexican Revolution and currency reform. The early 20th century saw the rise of the Mexican Revolution, 1910 to 1920, a period of dramatic change that impacted not only the political and social fabric of the country, but also its economy. Following the revolution, the need for currency reform became more apparent. To stabilize the nation's finances, the Banco de Mexico was established in 1925, Rodriguez 2010. One of the key outcomes of this period was the abandonment of the gold standard as Mexico sought greater control over its monetary policies. New banknotes, coins were introduced, and currency stability became a primary concern for the Mexican government. Modern Mexican currency, 1940 to the present day. As we move to the modern era, we can see how Mexico's currency has evolved alongside the country's changing political landscape. By the 1940s, Mexico's economy had shifted focus towards industrialization, which brought new challenges. One of the most significant events in recent history of Mexican currency occurred in 1976, when Mexico experienced a severe devaluation of the peso. This devaluation followed by the 1988 redenomination of the peso led to further economic instability, according to Gonzalez 2015. In 1993, the New Mexico peso, also known now as MXN, was introduced, replacing the old peso at a rate of 1,000 to 1. Since then, the Mexican peso has become one of the most traded currencies in the world, reflecting Mexico's place in the global economic system. Key figures in Mexican currency history. Several important figures played key roles in shaping Mexican currency. For example, Jose Maria Bocanera, who served as the mint master during the early years of Mexican independence, was instrumental in the establishment of the first official national coinage, according to Perez 2004. Most recently, Luis Donaldo Colosio, as Secretary of Finance in the 1990s, oversaw important monetary reforms that helped stabilize the currency during a time of economic crisis. In conclusion, the history of Mexican currency is not just a story of coins and banknotes, but a reflection of the nation's evolution. From its indigenous roots, trading with barter system and so forth, colonial influences, to the tumultuous periods of revolution and reform, Mexican currency has evolved to meet the needs of an ever-changing nation. Understanding this history provides a deeper appreciation for the role currency plays in shaping a country's economy and national identity. Hold on. Here's my reference page. I've referenced several key works in this presentation, which are included on this final slide. If you are interested in exploring this topic further, these sources provide deeper insight into the evolution of Mexican currency. Thank you for your attention, and I'm happy to answer any questions you may have.